Fantastic Four.
What everyone's talking about.
Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. It's crazy that the IMAX intro is now at a Fantastic Four advert.
Is it?
Yeah, you know, like the countdown. 10. 9.
Yeah.
It's Fantastic Four themed now.
God, they're really fucking pumping the...
Got nuts with it.
Welcome back to Review Country! Yes, this is our new show, this is Review Country, where we review current movies, but at some point we might go back and explore classic movies.
Potentially.
We should just maybe do westerns.
Only westerns.
Only
on Review
westerns
Country.
and current movies. Yes, this is our new show. In this episode, we're going to be reviewing Superman.
Superman.
Here's a wee plot synopsis of Superman, Gary.
Have you ever wanted to see a Superman movie, or any superhero movie actually, that just got rid of all the boring where they came from gumph and threw you directly into the action and just accepted that you're a full-grown adult and can experience something without hours of exposition? Well, then Superman does that, and it does it very fucking well.
So, what did you think of Superman?
I loved it. I genuinely loved it. I came out of that film. I won't do my ratings yet. What ratings are we going to do?
Oh,
This is a new bit we're doing as well.
This is a new
And it
bit.
only works in the visual medium.
It only works in the-
Spotify losers.
If you're listening to this on Spotify, you have to imagine what we're going to do. We are going to be rating or ranking this out of Superman capes.
Or cryptos.
Cryptos is better because people like cryptos. Let's
Dogs.
do cryptos.
Right, we'll do cryptos.
Cryptos is good. People like cryptos.
Right.
Okay.
So I loved it. Genuinely loved it. I came out of the film. I watched it with Caboose and Bobby. And
I was invited, as usual.
yeah, obviously. Caboose doesn't like you.
Nobody does.
Because you're a fucking
Because I keep showing up and whipping people because I'm a cowboy now.
I just loved it. I just genuinely loved it. Funnily enough, it does start with an opening crawl.
It does.
Which, if you listen to our Jurassic World review,
Yes.
Rebirth review, you'd know that we both have an issue with it.
What I said, if a movie starts with exposition and information, then something has gone terribly wrong in the edit.
But this one does it. It does pull it off. It does it in threes, or at least like divisions.
Yeah, like
of
James
three.
Gunn has a good way of kind of making it work. But it's still, when I was sitting there reading it, I was like, oh, why are we doing this?
Apparently, I'd seen some of these because test audiences didn't. So it did just start off with him in the snow.
Right, without any information.
Without any information, him.
That would have made it
crash-landing
even more difficult.
And people were kind of like, "Wait, what? Well, but where's he come from?" And it's like, "You fucking know." James Gunn
Superman!
grabbing people right in the back of the head, like, "You understand where Superman's from? You know he's from
He's like,
Krypton."
Uncle Ben said to him, with great power comes great responsibility. And then he swung. Oh, wait, no. Oh, damn.
Wrong one. But yeah, no, I loved it. I think it's funny. I think it's heartfelt. It genuinely almost cracked me. From the
What do you mean?
from the Superman speech. Was it from the Superman? Yeah, from the Superman speech through to the end of the film, I was sitting with a fat old lump in my throat
Okay.
of like
got a wee, like, kind of
of
wee,
like if I and it was I didn't go, but purely because I was making a point of not going. If I had started to cry at one point, I
You
think
would've
I would have been it.
Yeah,
because the humanity speech that Superman gives, fucking brilliant.
yeah.
Loved it. Through to like, we put on the message from his parents, and then it's just the home videos.
Yeah.
Oh man, it just was. It's so good, and it's. I said this to Dave and Caboose and Bobby when we came out. Like, I just love the fact that we finally got a comic book movie that feels like a comic book movie.
Yes.
We obviously have them. There's plenty out there.
There's different examples for sure, but this one is more than any that I can remember in such a long time. Felt like a comic book.
Yeah, and it's not trying to do like your Iron Mans or your Dark Knights, where it's like it's a comic book film but set in the real world,
Yeah.
set in our level, and it's not trying to go completely batshit with the strange multiverse of madness and failing on every channel. It just knows what it wants to do. It wants to tell a Superman story. It wants to make sure you know that Superman isn't actually the Snyder Superman. He's not like a buff and gruff raging.
He's not a god
Fella.
that's struggling with the concepts of
He's
what I am.
just a human. He's just a human
he's,
guy.
He's just a nice guy.
Wants to do his best. Is a bit of a dork. Also struggles with our shit. It's interestingly, you know how Watchmen does superheroes, but if they were real humans, and and then the mirror that Watchmen holds up is that actually real humans are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Superman is the inverse, where it's showing you what if superheroes were real people, and actually I like to believe that the world is full of good rather than pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And that's the Superman. He's just a regular guy who's been gifted these powers. He wants to do his absolute best, and the film does not shy away from it. It's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to rate it high when we get to it, but I'll wait because I want to know what your thoughts were, Gav.
I had an interesting journey with Superman because you and I have talked about this
on horseback.
Yes, I just woo
bareback.
So when I went to see Superman, leading up to this movie, you and I talked about it a lot. The trailers did not sell me. Mm-hmm. James Gunn is a director who I'm not like, oh, a James Gunn movie. Yeah. And the character of Superman is not a character I've ever been like, oh, Superman. So
Superman with a little flag. Superman.
With a little what?
With the little flag, those kids.
I thought you said something else for a second. So then coming out of this movie, no one was more shocked or surprised when I was like watching it and after, like, I think I loved that movie.
It's so good.
Everything you have said is so perfectly like what that movie is. It is fun, it is comic booky, it is big entertainment, but it's also introspective about emotion and who you are as a person, about being a good person. It also builds out a universe so quickly that we're not like... We're not at a point where it's like, oh, are we ready to introduce some space characters, or how do we feel about
it? It's a really nice thing it does, where it's kind of just like, right, rather than it being, and we'll use MCU here because it's impossible not to draw these parallels. MCU brought in Iron Man, then it was like, right, how do we introduce like a god? I guess we'll do Thor, but we'll scale him down a bit.
Translate the characters.
Yeah, and then we'll bring in another character. And they tried to pick like the first Avengers being a prime example. They're all quite grounded. Bar Thor, who's massive, and the Hulk, who's incredibly strong, but even within the confines of the film, they've never given the Hulk his true strength. But Thor's the only one that's like out there on the power levels.
Yeah.
And because of that, they really struggled to slowly power creep themselves, because it was kind of like they always wanted it to be like, well, I guess we can't introduce that character because that wouldn't make sense why he wouldn't have just like ant stomped Iron Man back 20 years ago. Whereas
meanwhile, Superman is literally just... Here we are. And there are multi-dimensional imps. There are Green
Lantern.
There are Green Lanterns. You've got Hawk Girl. You've just got Superman has been around for 3 years. He's established. People know who he is. It's not like, who is this man with the S? And it's just boom, he's there. People accept it. Him and Lex already have history with each other.
Lex,
the world has a history with Superman.
Nicholas Holt's Lex might be one of the best Lex Luthors that we've potentially ever had.
Yes.
He's been modernized for today, obviously, and you can't get away with not doing that. Obviously, the film comes out right now.
There have to be parallels to our current kind of tech billionaires.
100%. And he is just... He's incredible. His breakdown monologue when he's like full on crying and he's like, you think I'm stupid? I know I'm envious of you. Of course I'm envious of you. But you're fucking nothing and it should be me. And he's just so on the level about like, I wanted to be...
He's just a jealous prick.
I wanted to be the most beloved and you stole that from me. Like if you weren't here, I would be revered as a god. And it's so upsetting to me that capitalism hasn't won. And it's just like, he's brilliant. And he's so hateable as well.
The energy he brings to that performance, every scene, you can see it in his face, how fucking pissed off he is that Superman is the world's kind of beacon that they have accepted and not him. Yeah. And whether it's through his eyes or through his words or through his actions, there's so much hate in that man. And yeah, like you said, he's fucking so hateable, but that performance is so fucking good. He does things in this movie that surprise me.
Well, we've done spoils anyway, right? So the him killing that guy, what an incredible moment to just cement he's a villain. Yeah. He's a villain, he's a scumbag. He's completely flippant about the fact that he's just killed a genuinely innocent bystander, which the film goes to great lengths to make, like, other than he gave Superman free falafel because Superman helped
him up when he failed.
Yeah, and other than those two things, those two minor interactions with Superman, because the guy just loves Superman because he's a Superman fan. Why wouldn't you be?
I think I am now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Other than that, Lex Luthor's like, right, tell us everything we need to know about Superman. Superman's obviously like, please let him go, Lex. The little guy's like, I never met Superman, but don't worry, Superman, I'll not say anything. Boom, dead. And I was like,
what a moment! Like you feel that in the cinema. You feel that because no one's ready for that to happen. Because you think, oh, he'll get knocked out or taken away,
or he's going to get out, or it's a bit, and he's not really shot him and killed him, or Superman will at the last minute laser through the glass. Surely something.
And it's just the gunshot goes off, and then Nicholas Hoult or Lex Luthor just has that line of just like, huh, didn't think that would end so quickly, and I'm like, oh, it's so menacing,
so
like.
cold.
But that also ties into something else that's great is David Corn Sweat's Superman feels like a character with stakes because he's not just an unbeatable god who can do anything.
Yep.
He starts the movie on his back and he spends a lot of the movie struggling emotionally or physically. And to bring Superman down to a level where you can
relate to him.
You can relate to him. He's approachable. He's just a friendly guy. He's your neighbor. He's your friend. It's just like, oh, this is what I wanted from Superman for so long.
There's the conversation with him and Lois when they're doing their interview. So Lois is like, can I interview Superman? And he's all like, all right, I suppose we've been dating for 3 months. Fine, yeah, I'll give you your interview. And Lois is doing her job, right? And you can, in that moment, maybe be like, oh, but she didn't need to be so harsh. And it's like, well, if she's doing if she's doing a journalistic interview, she's a professional.
And this is Superman she's talking to.
Superman, it's not Clark. So she's really needling him about but why did you interfere with the relations between Boravia and Jurapanus?
Yes.
Sorry. I know it's a fake
They're made up. Jurayev and Jalal.
But he gets genuinely upset because he's like, because innocent people were going to die.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to sit around and wait for the red tape to fucking clear so I could save lives.
Line delivery of like, people were going to die.
And he's just so annoyed. And I'm like, man, I would die for you, Superman.
And what's also...
Superman, you go, Superman.
And probably you might, because Lex Luthor may just gun you down. But that's another great part about the character, is he isn't like... He doesn't know who he is yet completely. He still makes mistakes. He still stumbles. He's still not approaching things like we think of Superman to do yet, because he's a character who is growing. And... to come into this movie and not have him just be like, I am Superman, I have solved the world. It's like,
I'm the paragon of good, I can do absolutely everything.
It's like, it's coming in like, I'm Superman, and I'm fucking up a lot.
Because that, again, it's exact same scene. It's a great one because he's like, I know I did the right thing because I stopped innocent people dying, but I'm also very aware and I'm trying to deal with the fallout that I've kind of fucked up on a political level. And although I don't necessarily agree with the politics, I still know you can't escape them, and I don't know how to fix it, Lois. But I just didn't want to not do the right thing, and it's just, and I think that's the nugget that when it hits, you're kind of like, oh, this is a good character. It's a good character.
James Gunn really succeeds in this movie, whether it's with especially with Lex and with Superman, is he gives you those moments where you're like, I get the character, and it's whether it's something they say or something they do, you're just like, I now get this character, what this character is going to be, and I'm excited to be there for that journey. But there are some failings to the movie.
I don't think so.
I would say the movie is slightly overstuffed with too much. It's a movie that feels like it's at any point about to burst and overflow.
No, if I'm being honest, and let's be the good reviewers that we are.
Yes, film critics apparently.
Let's be film critiques. It's pacey. It's pacey as all hell. It starts with him losing the fight. You get the introduction to him and Krypto, and then from that point onwards, from him getting powered up by the sun to go back to the fight, you are just breakneck. You're like I'm gonna spitball a number here, which is probably wrong, but every 10 minutes the next story beat is hitting.
There's no time to really breathe or take it in.
And you've got the interview with Lois, and you've got
I mean,
you've got the interview with Lois, and it kind of feels like it, to be honest.
The thing is, with how big the universe already is in this movie, it's both great because you're right into it. You don't have to wait around for 3 movies for them to get to the Green Lanterns or anything. It's there, which is great, but at the same time, it's difficult to keep up with because there's so much of it. You're just like, wait, well, who's that? Oh god, they're all gone already. There's pocket dimensions. Fuck. Okay,
because it gives you it does a good job of balancing. Like, you know what a Green Lantern is because you know what a Green Lantern. If you've got any kind of comic book knowledge, you'll know what a Green Lantern is, and if not, you can get the gist of it in the film. You kind of get the idea of what a Hawk Girl is, and I suppose it's the opening crawl. As much as we berated it, the opening crawl does lay out like metahumans exist, and metahumans are just people.
The opening crawl is there to kind of salvage that plot. The plot is the biggest failing of the movie, which the plot is so just boom, you're in, go, whoa, I can't keep it, what the hell's going on? It's like
see, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's the plot. Personally,
Okay.
I think the plot is a good plot because I think it feels like a comic book. Again, kind of highlighting the fact it feels like a comic book film. That's a big old comic book plot.
True.
A villain is made a pocket dimension, which then eventually he releases into the main world, which is quite literally tearing the world in half, and he just doesn't give a shit because he wants to beat Superman. I'm fine with that, and there's a lot of stuff that gets you to that point, and they're the things that I think
that's how itchy cowboy hats are.
Oh, it's hell. It's hell. I've been trying to ignore it. But I think that's the bit the film does struggle with, and that's where the paciness comes in, because there are so many steps to get to the final villain plot.
Yeah.
And for it to feel earned and rewarded when it finally lands, which it does do just about, it has to get you through all of that shit before. And like you said, and I do agree, it's pacey and it's a lot of shit. There is a lot of things going on. It needs to set up the fact that the countries are at war. It needs to set up Kryptonian
characters involved in this kind of situation.
The president. It needs to explain that. You need to explain Jimmy Olsen. You need to explain the Jimmy Olsen's a sex magnet for some fucking reason.
That was the weirdest part of the movie for me.
It's a comic book thing. Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen's famously always done very well with the ladies, but in the comics, and it's also very good. This is just me geeking out here. It's also very good that they picked that character, that actor. I don't know the actor's name, but he's in fucking everything.
Oh, I've not. That's the first thing I think I've seen him in.
No, you will have 100% seen that guy. 100%. But it's perfect because in the comics, he's a little ginger fella who wears like a little button-up shirt, and he's just a total fucking dork in the comics. And
a babe magnet.
But a babe magnet. But in this version of the film, he's a babe magnet, and he's the kind of modern day version of that. Like, yeah, he doesn't look bad, and no one would ever say Jimmy Olsen look bad, but he just looks dweeby.
Yeah, he looks like a kind of runner in a newspaper.
Yeah,
you know?
like so. It's
that was the one thing I was kind of like, this feels a bit odd, but yeah,
it is odd. I think without
it felt at times a bit dated.
I think that's the thing. Without knowing the comic book background, I can fully appreciate that as like a bit of a wait. But why are all the girls smiling at him? Because
I guess the thing that you kind of got to respect it for James Gunn at this point, and it's because he's done this is his 5th superhero movie at this point, unless you want to count the Rainn Wilson one. Maybe this is his 6th superhero movie.
Super.
But unless you want to count Scooby-Doo, then it's his 9th. I don't know. But I think at this point he realizes like there's enough of a comic book appetite out there that we can just
lean into it.
Yeah. We don't need to take our time and over-explain everything.
We ain't gonna dumb it down. We don't have to paint it grey and kind of like take some of the big elements out. We can be bombastic.
We don't need to make it into some ugly, drab, fucking
and it
realistic
doesn't need to necessarily be
world.
adult. It doesn't need to feel like it's full grown-ups.
Childish, kiddie, silly.
Anyway, should we do our reviews? It's great.
Should we do our reviews?
What
are we doing?
Our ratings.
Can you imagine? Anyway, so into the review.
Do you want to do our ratings?
Yeah, give us your summary roundup of Superman for you.
Loved it. I would genuinely implore everyone to try and go and see that in the cinema. It's an excellent cinema watch.
Oh yeah, definitely IMAX.
We saw it at IMAX, and it was a fantastic IMAX
Well, I wasn't there with you. You didn't invite me as usual.
Dave doesn't like you.
I like him.
You're lucky it wasn't Caboose and Dan, because then
oh god, I never stood a chance.
I loved it. I think it's fantastic. I'm gonna give it 9 cryptos out of 10.
Oh, fucking hell, big.
Genuinely, I came out of that film grinning like an idiot. I haven't watched a film that made me just feel so kind of good and
happy
and just full on enjoyed it in a long time. So 9 out of 10 cryptos.
Yeah, for me, went in with no expectations. Had an absolute fucking blast from beginning to end, smiling, laughing, got a wee bit choked up at some points, like that moment where he saves the woman in the car, comes out of the dust cloud, the music swells. I was just like, this feels like a superhero movie. And I was just like, and like you said, the positivity, the good vibes. It's just a good fucking time. Go to the cinema, see an IMAX, have a great time. I'm going to go for 9 cryptos out of 10 as well.
Ooh, damn.
Big hair.
Yeehaw, little doggies. That's a lot of cryptos for a very good film.
That's a lot of cryptos. Now there need to be 9 cryptos that fly across the screen.
18 out of 20.
Oh god, that's a lot of cryptos.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming back to Review Country.
Yeehaw! Look, we're in Review Country. We're not in my flat.
We did this for you.
This is for you.
Just for you guys.
Oh, is that it?
I don't. But is it not? Thanks for watching, folks. If you've enjoyed Review Country, if you're liking these kind of much short formats, then please drop us a comment down below. If you aren't subscribed on YouTube, we're going to ask you to please subscribe. And if you're on Spotify listening to this, then please leave us a comment and a 5-star review on there if you think it's worth a 5-star review. Thank you so much, folks. We are on all social medias, the usual spots: Instagram, TikTok, and Threads are the kind of three ones that we are mainly using. X is a cesspool now.
We abandoned that a long time ago.
We're out. We're not doing X anymore. So we're on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And as always, I'm just going to call this one out every damn episode. I'm looking for fan art. Draw me, draw Gav, give us a horse.
Draw us a Superman in crypto.
Draw us a Superman in crypto.
Superman and Lex Luthor.
Draw us on a tandem horse for Review Country. I don't care. Just draw me, please. I fucking love being drawn. Draw me like one of your French girls. I'll do my power stance for you if I get fan art.
We'll be back with Fantastic Four. Goodbye.
Fantastic Four. Fantastic
Four. My wrist clicks this much when I wave.
That's not a good sign. Fantastic Four.
Superman.